To the deep dive. Today we're looking into something a lot of parents think about. How do we help our kids really get the hang of learning, especially with something like math?
Absolutely. And we're focusing specifically on Abacus mental math.
Right, Abacus mental math.
Yeah, it's this method where kids learn to visualize an abacus, the old tool with beads. They use that mental picture to do calculations.
So eventually they don't even need the physical abacus.
Exactly. It becomes purely mental. And the idea is it makes math faster, easier, but also helps develop the whole brain logic and creativity together.
Okay. And we're drawing on info from GeniPlus Online Abacus Academy.
That's right. They've been teaching this stuff online since 2016, so they have quite a bit of experience. Our goal here is to really get what this is, the benefits for kids, and what makes GeniPlus's approach stand out.
Got it. So abacus mental math, I'm still trying to picture how sliding beads, even mentally, translates to complex sums.
Well, think about it like this. You learn to type on a keyboard first by looking, right? Then eventually, your fingers just know where to go. You're not consciously thinking about each letter's position.
Okay.
Abacus math is a bit like that. Kids start with the physical tool, understanding how the beads represent numbers and operations. This builds a really strong visual and tactile link.
Ah, so the physical part is key at the start.
Definitely. Then, they practice visualizing those same movements, moving the beads in their mind's eye to solve problems. Over time, the visualization gets faster and more abstract, almost subconscious.
So it's about building that mental workspace. And you mentioned the whole brain logic and creativity. How does visualizing beads trigger both?
Well, the logical left brain is obviously doing the math part, the calculation steps. But visualizing the abacus, imagining the bead positions and movements in space, that's tapping into the right brain's spatial and visual processing power.
Huh, interesting. So it's the combination.
Exactly. You're constantly switching between the abstract number concept and the concrete visual image. It forces both hemispheres to work together, strengthening those connections.
So it's really not just about getting answers quicker then. It sounds more fundamental.
Yeah, faster math is a definite perk, like an outcome of the process. But the real value, according to proponents like GeniPlus, lies in those broader cognitive gains.
Like what specifically?
Things like improved memory,
Right.
especially that visual working memory you need to hold the abacus image in your head. Also, better focus, because you really have to concentrate on that mental manipulation.
Right, you can't just drift off.
No. And ultimately, better problem-solving skills, too, because you develop a more intuitive feel for numbers and how they relate. And they suggest these benefits are pretty long-lasting.
Okay, that makes the potential much clearer. Now, GeniPlus, they've been doing this online since 2016. What do they say makes their approach special?
They seem to focus on three main things. First, their classes are live and interactive. Online, but with a real teacher guiding the session in real time.
Not just pre-recorded videos you watch on your own.
Right. They emphasize that immediate feedback, the ability to ask questions, the teacher adapting to the student. That's crucial for learning this kind of skill effectively.
I can see that. Real-time interaction makes a difference. What's the second thing?
Their curriculum is specifically structured for kids aged 7 to 14. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing.
So it adapts as they get older or more skilled?
Yeah, it progresses from the very basics of using the abacus all the way up to some pretty advanced mental math techniques. It's designed to build a solid foundation step by step.
Okay, and the third differentiator?
Proven results. Now, this is based on their data from thousands of students, but they claim kids can end up solving problems maybe up to 10 times faster.
10 times. That sounds huge.
It is a striking claim.
Right.
Realistically, that probably applies to specific calculation types where the abacus method excels, and after consistent training, not every single math problem instantly becomes 10 times faster.
Sure, context is important, but even significant speed increases, plus they mention more confidence in exams.
Yeah, that's part of the proven results aspect they talk about. Increased speed and accuracy leading to less anxiety and better performance in tests.
But how do they keep kids, especially aged 7 to 14, engaged enough online to get those results? That sounds like a challenge.
That's a good question. They say they build in things like fun games that reinforce the abacus skills, also friendly competitions and a reward system.
Ah, gamification.
Sort of, yeah. Trying to make it feel less like pure drill and more like, well, something enjoyable. The feedback they share suggests kids actually look forward to it, and parents see the knock-on effects in school grades.
Okay, so let's flip to the parent's view. Why would a parent specifically choose this GeniPlus program? What problems are they trying to solve?
A big one seems to be math anxiety. Parents report seeing their kids go from being scared of numbers or finding math a chore to actually enjoying it, developing a comfort level.
That alone would be worth it for many families, I bet.
Absolutely. Another key reason is reducing the reliance on calculators for everything.
Ah, building actual mental math muscle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kids develop number sense, estimation skills. They can reason with numbers better, not just plug them into a device.
And does it help beyond math?
That's another point they make.
Yeah.
Parents apparently notice improved focus and concentration in their children generally, which helps across all school subjects. The idea is the mental discipline learned through Abacus training transfers.
So it's like cognitive training disguised as math practice.
In a way, yes. And some parents are definitely looking for that competitive edge, too.
How so?
Well, strong mental math and problem solving are super useful for things like math Olympiads or even general IQ tests. You can give kids an advantage.
Right.
GeniPlus even shared a specific story about a student, Ria. Apparently, she really struggled with math initially.
Okay.
But after about 2 years in the program, she supposedly became incredibly fast and accurate at mental calculations. They described her as a human calculator.
Wow. That's quite a transformation story.
It certainly highlights the potential they see in the method.
So if a parent listening is intrigued by all this, thinking, maybe this could help my kid, what's the first step with GeniPlus?
The main starting point they suggest is signing up for a free demo class.
Okay, a trial run.
Yeah, you can do that through their website, which is genipluskids.com. It lets the parent and child experience a live class, see the teacher, understand the platform, and just get a feel for it.
See if it clicks.
Exactly.
Right.
And they mentioned having flexible batch timings and different affordable plan options, too.
Good to know. And fundamentally, what's the ultimate goal GeniPlus states?
Their big picture mission is really about helping kids unlock their brain's potential. They see Abacus mental math as a tool not just for better grades, but for building core cognitive skills for life.
Right. So wrapping this up, our deep dive today, using the info from GeniPlus, suggests Abacus mental math isn't just about faster sums. It's presented as this way to potentially boost overall brain function.
Yeah, enhance memory, focus, problem solving.
And maybe even make learning, especially math, more engaging and less stressful for kids, all through their online program.
That's the picture they paint. And it leaves us with a thought, doesn't it?
Which is?
Could developing these kinds of mental math skills, really training that mental visualization and calculation, be like giving your child a kind of cognitive superpower, a real advantage for their learning journey and maybe even their future?
A superpower. That's an interesting way to frame it. Definitely food for thought.
Worth considering, anyway.
Absolutely. And if you want to check out that demo class we mentioned, the website again is genipluskids.com. Thanks for tuning into this deep dive.